While our bodies grow at a predictable pace, the expression of our full humanity does not always move at the same rate. We prioritize wealth, beauty, and safety as the ultimate goals, but an environment designed to deflect every incoming hardship often halts the timeline of a person's development. Jordan Peterson highlights this through the archetype of Pinocchio, a boy who must endure a series of dangerous ordeals to become real. Yet, while society expects men to face these trials, there is a powerful urge to shield young women from the same developmental pressures. When someone is entirely insulated from consequence, they remain stuck in a doll-like state, physically adult but psychologically incomplete. Margaret Mitchell provided the blueprint for this state in the character of Scarlett O'Hara. Scarlett was shielded by the walls of a plantation and a constant rotation of suitors who protected her from the friction of reality. The result was a person who was rude, petulant, and perpetually dissatisfied, possessing everything while understanding the value of nothing. A life without friction does not create a happy adult. It creates an emotional tyrant who functions with the psychology of a child. Eventually, the bubble of protection is breached, regardless of status or wealth. For Scarlett, the American Civil War erases her world overnight. Her home is burned, her family's wealth is gone, and her protectors disappear. Survival suddenly requires her to chop wood, fetch water, and dig in the dirt with her bare hands for roots to keep from starving. This physical humiliation serves to break through the layers of vanity and pride that previously defined her. When suffering breaks open the ego, it creates the fissures through which empathy and compassion can finally enter. Scarlett moves away from petulant complaining and begins to practice gratitude, patience, and becomes truly self-sufficient. This transformation marks the point where she stops being a mechanical puppet and begins to act as a human being. It is a maturity that is rarely achieved without paying a heavy price in hardship. Reaching adulthood requires more than just surviving an ordeal. It requires leaving dependency behind. Once the war ends and stability returns, Scarlett returns to her old habits. She chooses her earlier entitlement over the lessons she learned in the dirt. Surviving trauma is no guarantee of growth. Without integrating those lessons, the individual slips back into emotional infancy. This regression drives away Rhett Butler, the only partner who saw her potential and waited for her to realize it. Rhett's final rejection of Scarlett is more than a famous movie quote. It is the inevitable departure of someone who will no longer indulge a partner who refuses to grow up. Hardship provides a curriculum, but its value is only realized if the changes in character are maintained when the pressure is removed. If we refuse to hold on to the empathy and strength taught by our hardest moments, we remain mechanical puppets, regardless of our age.